All right, fam. It should be live on YouTube now as well. So spread that word. We're going to continue with the audio here and let's get it rocking.
You lose your job or you come down with an illness, you think that's bad. No.
Because when you have in your life something that you don't think is good, it forces you to really clearly define and focus on what you want. You have the best opportunity to create things in your life when things are not going well. You also have the best opportunity to focus on those things and create more of it, the bad stuff. So anytime something negative happens in your life, take it as an absolute blessing, because it is. Because it focuses and forces you to focus on that which you want. The key here is when something bad happens in your life, something negative, something that you didn't anticipate, something you don't think is good. It's okay to acknowledge it, but don't acknowledge it as bad. The first thing you do is you acknowledge it as what it is. Okay, this happened. But immediately say and believe and feel good when you say it. I don't know why, but this will turn out to my advantage. And I'm going to take this opportunity to now focus on what I want, because I know I don't want this. I don't want more of this. Let me think about what I really want. And it really allows you to clarify your thinking. In relationships, for example, this happens. You're in a relationship with somebody and you're arguing and you're fighting and you're not feeling fulfilled and you're irritated and things just aren't going well and your lover leaves you and you are in desperate pain and so forth. Take that as the best opportunity in the world and say, look, this person left me, and say, okay, now I can clearly define, because now I was in a relationship and I wasn't getting my needs met. So rather than focus on what I wasn't getting from this relationship and how terrible it was and how terrible this person was, let me now clearly figure out, based on my experience with this person, what do I really want now? And now you can really clearly define what kind of person, what kind of personality you want. See, anytime you go through something negative, anytime you taste bitterness, you can define what you want. You go to a buffet and you start taking some food and go, ooh, I don't want that. That I don't like. No problem. When you are at a buffet and you taste different things, if you taste something you hate, it's good because now you know what you don't like. So now you can clearly define what you do want. Life is the same way. Every day life is going to give you experiences and that you can determine your preference. Do I want this or do I not want this? Do I like this? Do I not like this? Does this make me feel good or does this make me feel bad? If it makes you feel bad, good. Now you've established that's what I don't want. And when you look at for a moment what you don't want, you can now clearly, more clearly, define and focus what you do want. This allows you to more clearly dial in the proper frequency and transmit it. That's what life is. Life is going to give us a series of things that we don't want that make us feel bad, and a series of events and circumstances that we do want. And it allows us to clarify what we want. And as time goes on, we are more focused on what we want and start transmitting what we want, and we continue to get more and more and more and more and more of what we want. And when something comes in our life or we observe something that's maybe not even in our life but in a friend's life, something that we can imagine we wouldn't want, something that doesn't give us a good feeling, it continues to help us clarify what we do want and allows us to focus. So when something bad happens in your life, you should pop the champagne. Because I can tell you this, when something bad happens, the bigger it is bad, the worse it appears.
All right, guys, last 2 minutes, 2 minutes, 2 minutes. What's up, what's up, what's up, fam? Excited. Right now, we are live on Zoom, on YouTube, and I'm about to go live on IG once we start this up. Spread the word. We have hundreds of people already on both platforms, so I'm excited. I hope you guys are looking forward to it as well. Take this time to go into your group chats, let everybody know that we are live on Mornings with Nano. We have a special guest, somebody very special, and I'm hoping that you guys can learn a lot tonight from this individual. I know she's going to kill it. So, I'm looking forward to it, fam. So take these last 60 seconds, spread those words in those group chats, Discords, Telegrams, iMessage group chats, and let's have a great call on this beautiful Friday morning. Let's go.
It allows you to really focus and transmit a beam with massive power and massive intensity of what you do want. That's what you take it as an advantage. You are then capable, and really only then capable, of really generating massive power with your vibration and massive intensity of what you want. You can really focus. It's like, I don't want this. I'm sick of this. I'm sick and tired. That's why there's a point where everything changes for somebody. And that's when they get sick and tired of getting sick and tired. That's the point where they stop looking at what they don't want and the bad circumstances and situations in their life. That's the moment that they stop looking at it. They turn their back to it. And now they go, I'm sick of this. This is what I really want. And that's when massive desire is developed. Massive clarity of what you want is developed. And that's when the vibration is thrown out from your brain with massive power and massive intensity, and you focus on it and you're obsessed with it, which means you're thinking about it all the time. And you become and you get what you think about most of the time. Because what you're vibrating most of the time is what is being attracted into your life. Make sense? Good. Any other questions? Okay, what if I'm feeling depressed all the time and I'm having a really hard time feeling good? Well, first off, what that means is you've really developed a lot of neural pathways and a lot of habits of focusing on the things you don't want. And people do this all the time out of habit because one thought,
All right, here we go. Let me fix this up. Okay, amazing. Well, welcome, guys. Welcome, and happy Friday to Mornings with Nano. I am so blessed and so excited to be on this call with each and every single one of you guys. I hope you guys are having a phenomenal morning. If you guys are feeling good this morning, type some 777s in the chat box. If you guys are feeling blessed this morning, if you guys are feeling aligned, connected, making sure that everybody is vibrating at the highest level possible because everything is working in our favor. All is well. We expect miracles and we get miracles, and everything is just always in alignment with the desires of our heart. And God is always in our corner, and we're extremely, extremely grateful for this morning. And I'm looking forward to this amazing call today. As you guys know, we get special guests every once in a while who come in and provide value for our organization and, pour into our cups and teach us different strategies and techniques for us to grow, whether that be mindset, spirituality, whether it's emotionally, whether it's with social media. And being that social media is such an important, point in our businesses, I wanted to make sure that I brought somebody that has been helping me, over the last few weeks. And I would say now over a month, that has been helping me with guiding me on the type of content I should be posting, the kind of topics I should put behind the videos I'm posting. And it's been a lot of help. So I'm like, you know what? I don't just want it to be a lot of help for me. I want it to be a lot of help for the family, fam. So I wanted to give you guys a little special treat where you guys can come on and learn something powerful. So I'm really looking forward to this call. But in the meantime, guys, let everybody know in your group chats and your telegrams, we are live on YouTube right now. We are live on Zoom. We're going to be live on Instagram as well. So, this is a big call. I'm looking forward to it. It's going to be a lot of people, hundreds tuning in from all over. So, I wanted to make sure I open it up here on Zoom because unfortunately I can't go live on YouTube and kind of like share screen for some reason. So I got to be kind of live on both. So I'm looking forward to that. But before we get into the call, let's practice some gratitude. Let's practice some gratitude. What is one thing that you guys are grateful for this morning? I'm grateful for God. I'm grateful for my health. I'm grateful for my family. I'm grateful for my mom, my dad, my little brother, my goddaughter, Dariana. I'm extremely grateful for my team and the leaders within the organization. I'm grateful for the amazing event that we had yesterday. Over 200 people showed up. I'm grateful for the whole Mornings with Nano community. I'm extremely grateful for Katie. I'm grateful for my brother Jesus, who's here with me, and his growth and everything that I saw from them and from my sis Nadia killed it. Both Nadias both killed it, Montero and Cruz. And also Mina, man. Mina did a phenomenal job yesterday. It was just a great event all the way around. Grateful for everyone at Leadership Dynasty and Academy. Just a great group of people. And I'm grateful for my sis Sofia, who took the time today to get on literally last minute too. I literally told her this, I think it was yesterday, and she was like, yeah, bro, I'm here to serve. I'm here to help. So, I'm grateful for Sofia, making it a priority to be on today's call. So we're feeling good. We're feeling blessed, and it is perfect timing. Here it is. Here we go. Perfect. So we made Sofia co-host. It's 10:15. Perfect timing. Okay. So let's get right into today's call. I don't want to take up too much of anyone's time. I know that we're all busy and we have our mornings to start. We have our Fridays to go. So like I said, today's call, let me just record it as well here on my computer so I can have it. So I want to make sure I keep this. Okay, guys. So welcome to Mornings with Nano. I am your host, and I'm blessed and grateful to be on this call with you guys on this beautiful Friday, November 18th. Today is going to be a little bit different. It's not just going to be you're not just going to hear me talk about mindset. Today, I wanted to give you guys something a little bit different. And I was able to start working with this individual, Sofia, about a month, right before before I went on tour. So it was 2 months ago, actually. Right before I went on tour, I was going through social media. And as I was going through social media, I looked through this individual's page, and she was posting some really dope content. So I remember commenting on one of her stuff, and I would realize as I went to the messages that we had between each other, I wanted to see if we had ever talked. She was actually on Mornings with Nano 2 years ago. And I was kind of like, wait, damn, her content is lit. And she was on Mornings with Nano 2 years ago. That means that I'm looking at her, 2-year, her 2-year process. This is after 2 years. And I started to scroll down to like when she was on the calls, because I looked at the date. And I'm like, man, she's actually grown so much with her mindset, her confidence, just everything about her as a business owner has really blew up. And I said, you know what, I'm going to reach out to her and I'm going to be like, yo, like, put me on, like, what is it that you're doing? Because I'm always a student. At the end of the day, she was a student on my calls 2 years ago, 2020, but I see her growth and I see what she's been able to do. And I was like, yo, what's up? Can you show me how you're getting so nice at social media? Because I've always wanted to improve my social media. I'm always looking for ways to get better. So when I saw hers, I'm like, I want to learn how to do that. How can I create, one piece of content and get 10 videos out of it, 5 videos out of it and everything? Because I saw that she was doing that. So her, being the servant leader that she is, she offered to help. She said, look, I'm going to create a game plan for you, and you run it. And while you're in Italy, while I was in Switzerland, when I was in Dubai, she like, do these videos on these topics and let's create reels out of them. And I was with my creative director, Adam. So it worked out perfectly. And I started to do what she told me. She gave me the certain topics. So some of the last few videos that you guys have seen me posted were videos that, Sofia actually gave me as topics to do. Like, for example, the one in Milan. Okay, the one in Milan, the I never thought I would be here video. She told me about it. She said, look, create a video on this topic. Let's let's say this behind it, keep it under 30 seconds, so on and so forth, get a good background. She kind of told me the whole idea behind it. And I was like, yeah, let's do it. And till this day, Milan's video was one of my most, effective videos when it came to, not just engagement, but also the amount of people that shared it, the amount of people that, liked the video, that commented on the video. It was super dope. And that's when I saw that what she actually teaches was, what she actually teaches is effective if you actually follow it. And it was super dope. And I'm excited for you guys to hear from it. I just wanted you guys to have a little bit of, history about her. But let me tell you guys a little bit more about Sofia, because Sofia is an entrepreneur, okay, a woman of faith, just like, every single one of us on here. We've been talking about faith all week, Sofia. So you're going to fit right into everything. She's a professional dancer, social media, content creator. She's helped over 400 people, though, guys. Listen to this. She's helped over 400 people, with business owners and content creation, okay, and be able to really show up as social media influencers. Like, think about how powerful that is. Over 400 people. That's extremely powerful. She has 7 years in marketing and social media and business building. Okay, she's a content strategist. Like I told you guys, she's able to come in here and guide you guys through the type of content that you guys should post. Yo, I'm trying to say, bro. And when I see her, at her professionalism is amazing, because the best thing about something is sometimes we don't have somebody there to guide us and show us and give us the right topics and captions to use. And that's why Sofia is so dope. And that's what I think you guys could gain a lot from her. So, I'm really looking forward to this call, guys. Look, if you guys are excited, put some fire emojis in the chat box, because I know that this is someone who's going to help this family. I know that this is somebody that's going to help us grow as an organization, as a team, help us put ourselves out there, help us show up more confidently, because this is a professional at what she does. And I'm about to step out of the way of greatness, and I'm going to pass it off to the woman, the myth, the legend herself, Mrs. Sofia Aguilar. Thank you so much for doing this for the team and the whole entire Mornings with Nano community. We appreciate you. Keep killing it. Thank you for everything you've done for me and everything that you're going to do for this family. So take it away, fam. The floor is yours.
Wow. Thank you so much for that introduction. I feel so blessed. I am so grateful. I am so honored to have the opportunity to talk on this platform. Neno has been one of my mentors. I was in network marketing about 2 years ago. And like he said, looking back at our chat, I had asked him to be as a guest speaker. And let me tell you what God does. Okay. God does God things. And it wasn't the right time. And the reason why I know that is because God was putting me through a season of self-discovery and identity to know who I was and who I was called to be. And so I was saying, you know what, maybe it was good that I wasn't on the call back then, because right now is the right time. And when we had our call, I said, this is too good to be true. But I said, no. And then God just reminded me, it is good and it is true, because that is what God does. So I'm so grateful. I'm so honored to be speaking on this platform. Thank you for everyone who took their time in the morning to come on this call and just listen, because I am ready to pour into you. Today is about you. Today is about maximizing your social media growth, your social media knowledge to take you to the next level. Now, when I say this, I want to let you know that we're going to be doing this your way. So I am teaching, but the way that I want you to digest this is for you to be showing up authentically and confidently, authentically and confidently in the way that God has called you to be. So I don't want you to become like me. I don't want you to be like Nano. I don't want you to do the exact same videos and duplicate what I do. I want you to take what I say and insert it into who you are and who you've been called to be, because I think that's super important. So I'm going to get started. I have so much to say, and I also want to make sure that, you guys are able to digest it all. The chat is open, for questions and comments. And I also have a few very important people on this call that have helped me get to where I am. So they will also be there in the chat in case you guys need my @name. It's Saguilar_. And yeah, let's get started. So first of all, let's talk about social media. Social media has been this buzzword, this like crazy, sometimes like trigger word for a lot of people, but I want to let you guys know that I love social media. The power of social media is absolutely incredible. And in my background, so I was a professional dancer. I had a dance studio. I was also in network marketing, and I have helped multiple people grow their platforms and start their business on social media. And let me tell you what the common denominator was. And it kind of like baffled me when I said that. And when I heard people like, you know, get back to me and say what the common denominator was, and it was like, they started showing up as themselves. They started showing who they were. They weren't doing any gimmick. They just showed up authentically. So I invite you to, like I said, receive this in your way. Now, before I do start and kind of go into my whole teaching, I want to know your profession. I want to know what you do in the chat. So if you guys could just write it down, because I also want to know that I'm not only speaking to maybe a business owner, maybe I'm speaking to somebody who's just about to start their business, or somebody who's been doing this for 10 plus years and has no idea what they're doing. Amazing. Serial entrepreneur, a vet, network marketing, a chef, professional dancer, a healer. Love that. A social media strategist. I love it. A dope camera guy. We love that. A consultant and a mom. Professional problem solver. Network marketer. I love it. Chef. Perfect. A realtor. Amazing. So this is going to apply to every single one of you. I have worked with anywhere from service-based and product-based businesses, real estate agents, content creators, construction workers, opticians, you name it. I have pretty much worked with everybody in the book. So let's start. Okay. I want to let you guys know that the bottom line to you starting your social media strategy, and you're going to want to write this down, is you want to start creating content from a place of authority that's going to build trust for your audience. So what a lot of people lack, and let's be honest, this is a safe place, is confidence. Do we agree? I agree. So you guys can nod your head with me if you agree, comment, because we struggle with confidence, okay? The comparison trap is real, and I'm here to address it, because we can't act like it's not there. It's the elephant in the room that no one decides to address. It's there. We start comparing ourselves. There's so many network marketers. There's so many chefs. There's so many social media strategists. There's so many people, 100%. There's millions and billions of people in this world. So of course, there is going to be somebody who does what you do, but the confidence in knowing that there is one you, okay? The confidence in knowing that there is only one person like you, designed by God on this earth to do what you do. You have your own personal experience, you have your own journey, and you have your own way of doing it. And the reason why people are going to go and buy into what you do and who you are, buy into what you do and what you're selling or what you're showing, is because of who you are, not what you do. Okay. So And I realized that, okay, I was a dancer, like I had a dance studio, I was teaching Latin dance lessons. And then I realized, okay, everyone was following me there. And then I did network marketing and I built a team and ranked up to the highest leadership rank in 3 weeks. And then I realized, okay, this is great. I'm going to do apparel. And people kept going. Why? Because it wasn't what I did. It was the person that I was that allowed people to feel safe in those environments. So I challenge you to right now, I'm a very huge application person. You guys can hear me speak, but what is going to help you today is the application. So what I need you to do right now is to write down on a piece of paper, or if you can remember it, is who are you? And I know it's such a, vague question, but who you are. Okay. What consider, so you're going to write down what makes you unique compared to others in your field or industry. And I don't want you to write down, I have a large team. I don't want you to write down things that are outside of you. I want you to gather the things inside of you, because personal branding is your personality. It's your personal brand. So I can say, I'm kind, I'm loving, I'm honest, I'm innovative, I'm proactive, right? So I want you to write those things down, because when you know who you are and what you're bringing, that starts building your confidence. Now, the second thing you're going to write down is think about what you want other people to know about you. So this could be your skills, your talents, your personality traits. What do you want for other people to know about you? Sorry, that's a tongue twister. There you go. I just write it down. Okay. So in your field and in your industry and in what you're doing, what is going to stand out and what qualities are true for you? Not what you think you want people to know about you or what you think people think about you, because that can get into this whole titles and labels. But I want you to identify that. This could be skills, like I said, talents, personality traits. And then the last thing is, what does success mean to you personally? To you, not a rank, not an income. For me, it's my parents having their own home. So like Neno mentioned, I am from Colombia. I am a first generation Canadian Colombian. My whole family came here from Colombia 18 years ago. And the one thing that I want is for my family to have their own home. I want my mom to have her own home, and I want to be able to just provide that for them. I want to take them with me around the world. And so that's what success means to me. When I can take my family with me, that is success to me. Rest at night is success to me. So you're probably wondering, like, Sofia, what does this have to do about social media? And let me tell you why. Because when you stand for nothing, you fall for everything. And I'm sure you guys have heard that before. I'm going to say it again. When you stand for nothing, you fall for everything. So what's going to happen is I'm going to get on social media, just going to pull out my iPad, and I'm going to be scrolling and being like, oh, this girl's beautiful. I can't do what she does. Oh, this guy has more followers than me. I can't do what he's doing. Oh, she gets all these comments. I can't do that. So what happens? You forgot who you were and who you wanted people to know about you. And you just lost it all because you weren't standing for who you are. So personal branding is huge. Personal branding is the core of your social media brand. And let's be real, I don't know how you guys feel about this word, but at the beginning when people called me an influencer, I was like, that's not what I am. I'm not an influencer. Don't call me an influencer. And I would ban that word out of my vocabulary. But I said, you know what? I am a person of influence. That is what I am. That is what God has called us to do. It's in the Bible, right? To be an influencer of the nations. We evangelize and we speak of God's word. We are influencing, and that is what you're doing in your business. That is what you're doing, by teaching people the trading markets, by giving people the business opportunity, by cooking for somebody, by healing them. You are influencing. You are an influencer. Okay? So adopt that word, because I learned to adopt it. And that is where it all stems from. Again, it's who you are, not what you do. Okay, so sometimes we need to remove the label out of that. Now, let's get into the content strategy. When it comes to building your content strategy, you're going to utilize your personal brand. Because if I were to tell you, okay, you're going to start making videos of you dancing and being all quirky, and you're like, no, because I'm very straight up. I'm very serious. Like, I'm a serious person, and I cut to the chase. That is not your personal brand. So the content isn't going to align with you. So I'm not here to tell you you're going to do dancing videos and pointing videos or talking videos at the camera, because you're going to decide what you're going to do after this call. But I'm here to guide you and kind of shift you in that direction. So after we've decided the personal brand is, you're going to, again, create your content from a place of authority. You guys need to realize that you are leaders in your industry right now. Whether there are thousands and hundreds of network marketers, whether there are hundreds and thousands of people that do what you do, you are the authority figure and the person of influence in your industry. But how are you going to show up as that? How? So we go into content pillars, right? I know you guys have heard that word, content pillars, kind of everywhere on social media, every graphic, you find it everywhere. And this may rub people a wrong way. You know, I came on this call knowing, you know, I might ruffle some feathers a little bit, and I hope that you guys are okay with it, because I know Nano keeps it real and authentic, and so do I. And I know you guys love that as well. So we need to stop creating content for ourselves. Okay? Stop creating content for you. Oh, but I want to do this. Yeah, I know you do, because it's comfortable. Of course you want to create that type of content. You need to start creating content for your audience. Who is the person you want to bring on into your business? Who is the person that wants to that you want to bring into your storefront? Who is the person that you want to buy your book? Okay? And we're going to create this client avatar, because right now your avatar is yourself. Let's be real. We're creating content based on what we think we want, and it ends up being ourselves, because we're always around. Like, I'll be honest with you, I'm always here in my office, and so when I'm creating content, I need to get out of myself and think of a consumer and a client perspective, because I'm not buying my own services. I mean, I can, but I'm not going to do it. Right? So who is your client avatar? And this could be, you know, again, a business partner. You could describe it, the person who's buying it. And I want you to get into their heads. I don't know if you guys have ever done this before, but we're literally going to take 30 seconds. I'm not going to be too long, but I want you to think about, what is this person listening to, looking at, what car they're driving, where do they live, how many kids do they have kids, are they married, are they in a relationship, do they eat breakfast, do they eat lunch, do they eat dinner, what do they do at night, what do they do in the morning? Because when I look at my client avatar, my person and my client, and if you're out here, say me, but wakes up early in the morning to go after their goals. They have slow mornings, they journal, they get in touch with themselves, they pray, they focus on their goal right in the morning. They head over to the gym or get in movement, and then they start their day. They're investing in themselves often and consistently. They receive money abundantly and often from multiple sources. That is my client avatar. Do they have kids? Yeah, they have kids, but they can also be single, and they can also be women and men. How do they spend their nights? With their loved ones, with their family. They invest in their business during the day, but they make time for what's important for them, and they don't make excuses. Okay, so that is my client avatar. And I want you to get more specific than that. If somebody is buying your candle, I have my candle burning right here. Someone's buying your candle. Do they even like scents? Like, I mean, I'm actually not a candle person. I had this gifted to me, and I'm like, wow, I'm loving this. But imagine me being your client, and you being like, my client doesn't even like candles. I mean, I don't even like candles, right? So you also need to understand and be realistic. Okay, what does this person love, do, and feel? And I want you to get obsessed with that. Just like how you get obsessed with your goal, get obsessed with that person that's coming into your business. And that's how I build my network marketing business. I said, I am building a team of me's. And that's what I did. So I want you to do that right now. And again, this might hit or not hit for some people, but stop creating content for everybody. I don't create content for everybody. I create content for the one person. And guess who that person was? Neno. I create content for the people like Neno. And then guess what happens? The people come. And I didn't know when they were going to come. I didn't know who it was going to really bring on, but I knew that when I created the content, I said, this is for the one person. In creating content for everybody, you make your service and your product accessible for everybody. And it's not. Let's be real. You are not for everybody. And that was the hardest pill to swallow when I first started in my business. I was like, I want everybody to love me. I want everybody to buy my stuff. And then I shortly realized that I had 0 sales because I was trying to please everybody with my content, trying to give the fluffy and the butterflies to everybody. And it wasn't working out. Okay. So once I got very clear, it was great. It was perfect. Now, you might be like, Sofia, I have actually no idea who my client is. Like, I actually have no idea. Like, you're probably on this call with like a deer in headlights being like, oh my gosh, I've been doing it wrong. And I don't want to discourage you. So I'm going to give you, if you're in that space too, I also want to give you guys tactable. Okay, clearly I don't speak English today, but tangible. I heard somebody mouth it and I just saw it. Thank you. I have Coach Mo right here in my little camera. So thanks, girl. I appreciate you. So here's how I started. Okay. Common interests, mindset, motivation, for me was like content, influencing, faith, right? So content pillars and even like 10 things that stand out for your brand. And I started creating very generic content, because in creating generic content, you could still, funnel out those weeds. Okay. You can still get, you still get your aces, you may get your kings, your jacks, you got to go through the card deck, all of that. Still funnels. Then you start realizing, okay, I'm getting a lot of people in this industry. So I started getting a lot of like real estate agents and medical estheticians and hairstylists. And I was like, this is amazing. Okay, I funneled it out into 3. What are these people's interests? What do they like? What do they do? And then I got clearer and clearer. So I want you to think you might have to start like this, right? So big, grand, very, not vague, but I would say like have kind of like this big outline and then go deeper and deeper and deeper. Right. And then what do the content pillars, where do they go? And here's where I told Neno, like when people are coming into your business, like I want to know your story. I want to know how you went from X to Z, how you did this to that, how you went from that to this, what mindset took you from there to there, what limiting beliefs did you have to overcome from here to here. And the thing is that we don't think that that's, because we're so used to telling those stories, right? Like, can you guys, if you guys agree with me, like you're probably so used to talking about yourself. So you're like, I'm tired of talking about myself because no one wants to hear about me. Have you guys ever felt like that? Like, I'm done talking about me because all I do is talk about me and people are probably tired of hearing about me. Let me tell you that that's not true, because I love a good story. And I've told my story so many times, but every time I tell it, a different person hears it. And they're like, wow, like I needed to hear this. So every single time there's going to be a different person, like Neno right in front in Milan. Like it was like, that is one of the best reels you've created. And he's like, well, I've shared that before. I'm like, yeah, but not like that. So share your story. And that was part of one of the content pillars that we spoke about. And it was inspiration. So I break down my content pillars very kind of like easily and in a digestible way. It's promotional. So promotional, educational, inspirational, and edutainment. I think I wrote that right. So obviously educational is you're going to be teaching something. So what can you teach me? What skills do you have already that I can benefit from? Whether, and I want you to think about this. Think of somebody who has maybe like a very huge interest, but also a very low interest, somebody who's slightly interested or somebody who's highly interested. So you want to go in both spectrums. So let me use this as an example. I have a pair of glasses right here. Okay. One of my clients actually sold me a pair of glasses. Believe me, it's very hard to sell me a pair of glasses, but she did it. So I had these pair of Prada glasses. My other glasses are somewhere else. And she said, you know what? Here are 5 reasons why your new pair of glasses is going to make you more money. And I was like, girl, tell me more. And I realized she had like all the reasons why I could make more money with a pair of glasses. And as soon as I put on the glasses, these aren't the glasses, by the way. As soon as I put on the glasses, I was like, I see myself making more money right away. Like, I should show you guys the glasses. They're upstairs though. And it was just interesting because that's the type of content people need to hear. This is educational pieces of content. Here are 5 reasons why day trading is going to do this, or here are 5 reasons why you haven't been able to become financially free, right? Instead of being like, I want to teach you how you're going to day trade today, or I want to tell you why network marketing works for you. Well, here are 5 reasons why you haven't achieved financial freedom. And here are 5 reasons why you don't have the life you want. Or here is what your old life is costing you your new life because of this, right? And I think it's simple but difficult because we want to confuse things. We really love to confuse things. And here's what I learned with my coach is that I'm programmed in chaos. So the more chaos I have in my brain, the better I feel. I don't know, maybe it's a Latina thing, maybe, maybe we just love the chaos, but I realized like I started removing myself from that paradigm and saying, no, like I can have ease. And when I started focusing on ease in my content, ease came through clients, ease came through money, all of it. Why? Because I wasn't getting too complicated. And my ideal audience and client, like Neno said, didn't want the complicated stuff. He went and looked, he said, boom, bam, I want to know. And I got it. Right? So that is exactly what you need to start creating. What is the outcome? Right? What do you want them to know? And just tell them. So that's education, inspiration, right? You want to have something that you have a story, where you are, where you've been, what you've done. Take people through your journey in multiple different ways. I'm going to talk about the sensory stuff at the end, but in multiple different ways. Okay. Inspiration can look like a voiceover video, can look like a video of you walking, a video on your laptop, and a video of you speaking and reminding people that where they are now is not their end destination, right? That this is a journey. So you can take, quotes from your mentors, you can take quotes from everywhere, but you also have to know that your story is enough and where you are is enough. And what you have to share right now is enough to inspire. Right. And edutainment. So I love a good educational entertainment kind of thing, because if you watch my stories and if you watch my reels, I think I'm funny. Some people may not, but I think I'm funny. And so when I post from a place of being like entertaining and still providing like, a good time. Like I'm not that serious. I love to have fun. And so I try to do that in between sharing with some value. Okay. And if people laugh, they laugh. If they laugh at me and not with me, it's all cool, because I just genuinely enjoy bringing out that side of me. I feel like I'm serious a lot of the time. So it's fun. And then promotional. Okay. Can I just ask you guys when the last time you promoted your business or service was? Because every time I go on someone's page and I don't see something promotional, I'm like, so you're not asking for it. And the reason why you don't have is because you don't ask. You don't ask for the sale. You don't share what you do. And so people don't know. Closed mouth, closed business. I remember I used to say that all the time. I remember when it would be like end of month and I'm like, go, go, go. And then everyone's just chilling on their couch. I'm like, you better go ask your mom, your auntie, your sister, your brother, everything. Right. And half of the time when people come on my page, you know what they ask me in my DMs? They're like, hey, what do you do? And then that's an indication for me. I'm like, I am not clear enough about what I do and how I can help people. It kicks me in the butt and being like, I thought I was doing all the right things. Okay, clearly I need to do more. Okay, so that is the content pillars. Now, for content specifically, I want to let you guys know that there isn't only one way to do it. You've probably been watching so many people's pages and think that there is one way to create content. There's Instagram Reels and there's stories and there's posts and there's YouTube and there's TikTok, there's LinkedIn, and there's so many of these things that can become so overwhelming. And I want to just let you know that there isn't only one way, and it is the way that you decide is going to be the way that brings you joy, brings you ease. So me, I love creating reels of me speaking. I love hearing my voice, but I also know that people love hearing me speak. Like the text on screen doesn't work for me, but me speaking right away, it like hits people differently. Now I went to school for social work, and so we studied senses, the sensory, right? If you guys know anything about psychology, everybody interprets information differently. And just because I'm speaking to you right now, you might be like, I have no idea what this girl's saying. And then you read it after in closed caption, or you read my blog or my LinkedIn article and you're like, I get it now. Why? Because you receive information differently. So for some other people, it's audible and the video might not even matter. Whatever you're doing on the screen has no connection, but they can hear it, or you can impact them through the video. So whatever way that looks like for you, I already know what mine is, and it's 100% audible and visual. Like 100%. When I show people how to do things and do tips and tutorials, people get it like this and they love it. When I speak, it's perfect. Written, I don't know. I don't like, I'll confess, I do not like to read. So maybe that is also why other people don't like to read my lengthy captions and blogs and articles, because I haven't had people drawing to me that way yet. So I want you to diversify your content in the way that feels good for you and that feels more enjoyable, because I feel like we like to tell ourselves a story, and you guys know this very well. We also heard it in the morning, like in the video, is that you get to decide what you're going to focus on. So I have so many people that say, Sophia, I don't have the time. Sophia, I don't know what to say. Sophia, when I post this, no one's going to like it. Sophia, if I post this, what are they going to think of me? Well, you are giving attention to that. And where your attention goes, your energy is going to flow there. So yeah, you know what? You're going to create that content of you trying to, sell people this vision and this dream and this opportunity. But how you feel about it is super insecure because you don't know how people are going to receive it. And then you're going to be all like resistant. So what are they going to feel? They're going to feel resistance. They're going to feel insecurity. They're going to feel like this person kind of has some vibe about them. Okay. So avoid the reason why you can't and focus on why you will. If I told you that if you started showing up authentically today on social media, started posting your videos, started posting your content, that you would get X. So whether it is your dream goal, your dream car, your home, the amount of business partners you want, the income, I don't think you would hesitate. But that shouldn't be enough to drive you. You should already want to say, you know what? I'm serving this one person. Like I said, your client avatar, I'm pushing for that one person, right? So that's where your focus should be. Okay. Now I want to give, there's 10 minutes left. Wow. I speak really fast, but it feels like I just always run out of time. I want to give you guys some tangible things to do. Okay. To start creating your content today, because let's be real. We need some application. We need some activation here. This isn't just about, receiving this information, because I assure you, half of you guys, when you hop off this call, you might just say, I just don't want to. But if I give you some activation and some application of what you guys have to do, and then I'll share a little bit about, if you guys want to connect with me after, you can. And I also want to share ways that, I'm starting a community of ways that it makes it easier for people to create content as well. One that Nano is going to be part of as well. So let's master. The first thing I want to give you guys right now is mastering your stories. How many times do you guys post on stories? Let's say a day. Tell me in the chat so I can see. If you don't post at all, say 0. If you post like me, kind of caterpillar like, perfect. I love it. Like 7 plus 5 to 10. Perfect. I feel like too much. 0. Yeah. Well, let me tell you that there's never too much. Let me tell you that one. Okay. There's never, ever too much stories and content. So one way that I have realized that I have grown my platform is mastering my stories, because yes, I post on Reels, but stories is where my engagement drives. And so, like I mentioned, on niching down on your topics and your hooks like that, you can also do this on your stories and then funnel people. So I don't know if I have any web experts or social media people already, but if you know anything about funnels, is that people enter through one way and it kind of triggers into different ways. So stories is my funnel. People start at my stories. You come on my page, the first thing you do is you click on my story, and then you're like, tap, 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 click the link, click the reel, click the repost, all of that. My stories have the most engagement. I have anywhere from 1,000 to 3,000 story views a day. And then my reels, kind of balance in as well. So let's talk about mastering your stories. And this can go not just with stories, but this can be also with, your reels as well. So it is for you guys to have something more planned. And there is more to your stories than just, you guys talking on the story. Okay. So I have designed in my community, in the inner circle, to give you guys day by day plays of what you're going to post on your story. And right now I'm going to give you 3. So we're going to do wherever you guys want to do them within the week. So are you guys ready for this value? Okay. Because this is jam packed. Okay. It's in my inner circle. I haven't launched it. I was actually a little bit scared to share it with you guys today, because it's going to be open for registration next week, but I said, you know what, I want to serve you guys. Like, how can I serve you with me just coming on and not giving you something to take away? And this is part of being a servant, is that, you know, I don't get anything from it, but I just want to be able to give it to you guys. So the first one, we're going to do stories that connect. So you know, like I mentioned, people don't buy for who you for what you do, it's for who you are. So 100%, you're going to do anything that is real, open, and authentic by creating a person-to-person connection right there on the stories. Okay, so you're going to create that person-to-person connection that's going to encourage them to continue to learn more about you. So maybe today you're going to post about, you know, you journaling. What's going to connect with that person? You can literally film a video of you journaling. It doesn't have to be you speaking on stories, right? A video of you journaling, a video of you writing down, a video of you there, and you can write something on the text of the screen. Or you can speak about, like, today's Friday. I love Fridays. Once upon a time, I never had a Friday off. Like, I was working 9 a.m. to 4 a.m. on Fridays because those were the days to make the most amount of money. But now I can sit here on a computer screen and pour into these amount of people and just sit here and not have to worry. That story connects. I don't even know. I just pulled that out of my butt. I'm so sorry, guys. I did used to work 9 a.m. to 4 a.m. The next one is educate and inspire. Now, there's no such thing as too much education. And some people say, like, oh, I don't want to share too much value because then, you know, that scarcity mindset. Straight up. I post on my stories things that, you know, people can pay for, like things that I've literally paid so much money for, but I've still gone ahead and poured into the value because I don't think about what's in it for me. How is this going to benefit you? And that's where you want to create the content about, not about your business, not about how you're going to grow and expand your team, but you're going to create the content about this education and inspire about what it can do for you. What it can do for your audience. Like, I'm pointing at you. So what is it going to do for you? Okay. I'm not going to create about, oh, how's this going to grow my business? And how am I going to, you know, reach 6 figures? And how am I going to reach the next rank and get recognized? No, what can it do for them? Okay. And you know, this post is going to show your audience that you are an expert in your field, because you are an expert, and you want to show them that you are credible and that they have to choose you. And I don't want to turn this into like a FOMO thing, like, oh, if you don't have me, you can't. No, I don't love FOMO. Like, I do not like thriving off of FOMO, but you want to show them that you are credible in what you do because you really know your stuff, and then show them how incredible your offers are, your service, why this is going to change their lives. Talk about the benefits, talk about, you know, how they can move with you along that journey, and how expansive it's going to be for them. And it's going to get them closer and closer and closer to buying. Let me tell you, it may not be the first time that they see it and they're like, I want this right now, but that's the power of nurturing. As soon as you can nurture that audience, give them rich soil, that's what you want to do. You want to pour in, you want to give them food, okay? And as you nurture them, they're going to get closer to a cold lead, warm lead, and then hot lead. And I know you guys know that very, very well. As soon as everybody comes on my social media, I consider them a hot lead. They're hot. They're hot until they get they're hot. We speak in the DMs, and right away they're scorching hot. Okay, we start out hot when you guys reach, because I already know you connected with me for a reason, so I want to serve you. Okay, last one, let's engage and entertain. Okay, so usually on Fridays, today, you know, I like to showcase my lifestyle. I don't do much, but I do enjoy walks with my dog and getting done up, and I enjoy trying out new places to eat. So that is usually what I showcase. And in the meantime, you can engage and entertain with different people. This is a great way. Let me give you guys my hack on how I built my business. I moved to a brand new city when I started my business, okay? That meant that nobody knew who I was here. Nobody has any idea of who I am. Everybody knows who I am in other places. But I was like, I walk into places and people are like, hi. They don't say like, oh my God, you're Sofia. And I was like, oh God, this is going to be so hard. But then I started showing up to the coffee shops, to the restaurants, to the spas, and I started getting in the rooms of places that I knew I wanted people to know who I was, and I started tagging them. started tagging like at so-and-so's bar today, eating this delicious food at this place, and started tagging locations, and people started to engage with me from this city. And I was like, this is exactly it. But if I wasn't posting on my story and decided that that day was going to be my engagement and entertainment day, those leads or people wouldn't have came in, period. Okay. So, I don't want to take up too much of everyone's time, but that was, what I wanted to share with you. You have the power to master your social media in the way that it looks like for you to show up authentically, for you to show up confidently. And these are strategies, and these are pillars that you're going to be able to apply to your business based on what you want the outcome to be. Again, your outcome doesn't have to be like mine. We don't have to have the same business model to know that you're going to get your clientele in the way that you want them to come in. Okay. So I'm going to close this off with just, first of all, I want to say a prayer for you guys before I leave. But before that, if you guys want to know more about the inner circle, or just want to be a part of whatever I am building, or just want to get connected, there is a link just in the chat for you guys to just get access to the information about the inner circle, or you can DM me. I respond to all my messages by myself. And I just want to get connected with you guys. But thank you so much. I really hope that you guys just soak in this knowledge. It is a lot. Watch the replay, and just really, you guys are just really, really incredible already. So I'm just grateful. And I just want to say a quick little prayer, Neno, if you don't mind. It'll be like 30 seconds.
Please go ahead. No, we already do it every morning right after the
all
call.
right,
So
amazing.
you already fit right into it with us. You fit in
All
right.
right. Okay, thank you. So, Father, I just thank you for this beautiful day. I thank you for this Friday and for this new breath of life that you give us today, Lord. I thank you for all these amazing souls on this call and what you are doing in their lives and their business, Lord. And I just thank you because you are reminding us today of who we are, and who we are is more important than what we do. And we are your children, Lord. So I just ask that as we go into our business and we go into the world, Lord God, that we remember who you've called us to be. And out of that, we share the influence and we showcase our passion and the talents that you have brought with us, so that we can impact, that we can bring more people to the kingdom, but ultimately that we can have success, growth, and love, and have it more and more abundantly. We thank you for what you're doing and what you're already going to do in advance. We thank you for the breakthroughs that are happening and the people that are going to be impacted through the sharing of your word. I just thank you and ask that you bless everybody and their going and their coming, bless their families, bless their businesses, their kids, and everything that they do on this day. In Jesus' name, amen.
Amen.
Amen. Thank you
Wow.
guys so much.
That was amazing, man. Yeah, we need you on Mornings with Anna a little bit more, man. You fit right into exactly everything that we got going on here, and that was beautiful. Thank you for the prayer. Thank you for the value. Guys, make sure you guys follow Sofia. Like I said, you guys know that if I bring anybody on Mornings with Nano, it's because she's aligned with our vision. She's aligned with what it is that, we about, our morals, our principles. And as you guys can see, she fits right in. I didn't even ask her to do that. You can tell her, I didn't even ask her to do that, but she did it and she fits right in. And thank you so much, Sofia. The value I learned so much stuff that, we kind of had talked about, but to hear it again, and you kind of gave me ideas on this call, guys. And like I said, plug in with her, see how she can help you guys in any way. I like to share with you guys the people that are helping me, so you guys can also connect with them as well. Extremely, extremely credible. Like you guys can see, she's God-centered. She's all about helping us grow and elevate. So anything we can do to help her, that's what it's all about, fam. So again, guys, let's type a thank you in the chat box for Sofia. She was amazing this morning. We are so grateful for you, and looking forward to having you back again on Mornings with Nano. But with that being said, she did the honors. She went over such a beautiful prayer. Honestly, I don't think I can do better than what she did. So we're just going to end it right there. And it was amazing. Sofia, any last words, any last things you want to say before we head out?
Just go out and be great today, and declare that you guys are literally going to have, today is the greatest day of your life. That's it.
That's it. It's nothing better. All right, fam. Well, guys, thank you guys so much. Connect with Sofia on Instagram. See how she can help you in any kind of way. We love you guys. We appreciate you guys. I hope you guys have a blessed rest of your Friday. And I will see you guys back here again tomorrow on Monday for another episode of Mornings with Nano. God bless. And let's have a great weekend, guys. Thank you again, Sofia.